Hey guys, how's it going? It's Accessibility here. And today we're going to be analyzing this M4A4 Polysoup for investment purposes. So here we have the factory new condition of this skin sitting at $47, right? We have a couple of marketplaces here. We're analyzing this skin at the csgoskins.gg website. So if we scroll down here, we can see that this skin is from the graphic collection, and its float varies from 0 to 0.64. So let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. We can see there's a 3D view here. Go ahead and click that, and we can see that the skin is, it looks pretty good. You can kind of see it all around here. Pretty nice looking skin, considering that it's a purple for the graphic design collection. If we continue to scroll down here, we can see let's look at the year graph sales. So about a year ago, the skin was sitting at $9, and then we had the update on September, right? We had the announcement on September, and then it kind of spiked up to $54, and then we had the actual removal of the discontinuation of the skin from the Armory Pass, which now at that point was sitting at 79, and then it kind of just went down from there. And then we had an update recently on let's see here, we had an update on April, right? So we had the ACS2 update on April, and that's when it spiked up, and now it just went down. So let's look at this update here. So we had an update on April 1st. So April 1st, we had the Graph 2 update, right? We all know this is the latest version of the Source 2 engine, and this update is actually influencing some of the graphics of the CS2 skins. So on April 1st, we had that boost. Let's look at this skin here in the CS Flow website. So if I click here on the Polysoup, I can see that on April 1st here, kind of went up a little bit, $65, and then on April 2nd, it went up to 73, and then it kind of slowly went down. It had a little spike here, down, spike, down, and now it's kind of going up, but still a lot lower than the April 1st collection. If we look at or April 1st date. If we look at the latest sale, we can see, 53, 53, 74. This float is, a little bit lower, 56, and so on. So this skin here seems to be a pretty good investment, right? We all know that at some point the Anime Graph 2 is gonna be released without its beta version, officially released into the CS world. And we hope that this skin will be at least around, $60 to $70, or there's a hope that even more. This content is for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute professional investment advice. CS2 skins are digital assets with no guaranteed value and can fluctuate significantly. You should conduct your own research, evaluate the risks involved, and consider your financial situation before making any decisions. If we look at the database, so let's look at the database for the factory new Polysoups here. There's only 42,000, considering that this is a discontinued collection and this skin does not drop anymore. It could be traded up to, but it does, just this is not going to go up significantly. I'll say it's also a pretty good investment skin if you even disconsider the Anim Graph update, right? It looks good. It's a pretty good price. Let's look at the CS Roy. We have it at only 13% drop rate when it used to be dropped. So, pretty low drop rate, pretty low numbers. Let's look at the Steam value. So right now it's at $71 at Steam. If we scroll down, look at some of the marketplaces, we can see 59, 52. Buff has the lowest at 49. So the marketplaces, I think this is a pretty good price to get this at, to be honest. If we scroll down to the graph, it probably looks the same. If we look at the week, you can see the spike here on, there's actually a spike here on April 16th, only one skin. We don't have April 1st. So if we look at the month, we might have where is it? April 1st, yeah, April 2nd, April 1st, here, so there's a little bit spiky here. So yeah, I mean it's looking pretty good. You know, I guess this skin is would be a pretty good investment. So let's look at the my Price Empire portfolio. So I created this portfolio for the channel. I only have one skin, which is the Polysoup, and I was able to get this skin at the price of $50. So pretty good price, a little bit under CS float, and I will be, adding my skin transactions for this channel. And right now, my first purchase is the Polysoup and the factory new, excuse me, factory new condition. So if you like this type of, you know, investment channel, please follow, like the channel, and leave a comment.